Situated in North Manchester is an area often labelled as one of the UK's most deprived areas.
I think people's perception of Harper is terrible. I went to the college across the road. We were hearing things like Harper is the most deprived borough in Europe and things like that, so immediately you're given quite a negative image about it.
I think the perception of what people think about Harper is probably quite bad, and people do think it's quite a run-down, deprived area and not very nice people live here, which is a shame.
Fortunately, there is a group of people looking to turn that image on its head.
So my name's Pamela Whitworth and I'm a youth work coordinator at the Factory Youth Zone.
My name's Lizzie and I'm a sport and activities assistant, a volunteer mentor and a cycle coach at the Factory Youth Zone.
And my job is to provide young people with a range of activities on the senior sessions, junior sessions and after school club sessions.
It's a youth zone facilitating all sorts of opportunities, whether it's sporting, drama, music.
My name's James, I'm a volunteer youth worker here. Basically I work in the rec area playing pool or playing badminton with the kids, and if they come and have like a problem they can come and talk to me about that too.
I think not just for young people, but I think for their parents as well. It's quite a scary world now. So having this place, it just has that bit of reassurance and safety that your child can go out in the evening and be in a safe place and come back and nothing kind of happens to them or not been involved in anything.
I think if the factory didn't exist, then you'd just get a lot of young people out on the streets. Not necessarily causing trouble, but immediately, like when members of the public see young people on the streets, especially if they're dressed in a certain manner, automatically they think trouble.
The opening of the factory has proved to be a watershed moment for the young people in the area.
They come straight into the door. It was packed on the opening. Numbers were almost unmanageable. Like there was queues out the door for hours. We had to turn people away at the start.
My name is Cosmos Okeke. I come to the factory to keep active. I heard about it because my mates attended first, and then he's told me about it, saying that they've got the gym and all that kind of stuff. So we attended the gym. It's got a good feel-good factor, if you get what I mean, like, you know, music playing, people smiling, walking about and all that kind of stuff, people doing their own thing. And so yeah, since then we just started attending regularly, like every week.
Friday night, for example, is tournament night. We'll have table tennis, pool and Xbox tournaments. We've got trophies for them as well, so at the end of the night, the young person who wins has the photograph taken and that's displayed in the trophy cabinet with the trophy.
Even if like a certain activity is not on, if they ask enough, then that activity can be brought out for them.
You can do different stuff, you can keep active, like say for example, you could be outside playing football, five-a-side and all that kind of stuff. You could be upstairs playing basketball, short tennis, badminton and all that kind of stuff, whereas other gyms probably just like offer you the gym hall, like probably, you know, just a little room where you can just like use the weights and that.
The team behind the factory has high ambition, but has it paid off?
People who are involved in the Factory Youth Zone probably see Harper as somewhere that's a bit run down, deprived. That might have been the case a few years ago, maybe a decade ago, but since we've come, since the Factory Youth Zone's been up and running, I think that it's completely changed in its head.
I think the factory's doing great things, like it's helping to bring the community into the youth centre and helping like people to see that these kids aren't really that bad. Like you've got to get to know them before you can make a judgment about them. I think they had like a certain quota that it was supposed to reach of like 1,500 members, and I know that it reached over 2,000 within the first couple of months, so in terms of it being popular, I don't think that was ever in question. I think in terms of like regenerating Harper, the factory fits in perfectly. Seemed like the next step, like you had an educational, like they improved that, and then you had a fitness centre, so improving it for older members of the public, and then there was just one thing missing really, it was giving the young people something to do.
Since the factory opened, there has been an 83% reduction in crime logs for antisocial behaviour.
I started youth work when I was 18, so it's something that I've been involved in a long time. I do find it a really rewarding job. I get a lot of job satisfaction, and that's basically because I'm able to give people something that they might not necessarily have.
I don't even class it as a job. I come in and like, for instance today, I've come in to deliver a BMX session. I've just come out of a circuit training session. It's all the things that I'm passionate about that I'm able to deliver.
I really enjoy getting involved in the activities, so if I've played table tennis or pool with a young person and then the next time they come in and they come running up to me and say, play with me again, can we have another go, I find that really rewarding because it means they enjoyed spending their time with me.
And so it's time for the factory to shut down for another night, ready for business to resume as normal tomorrow.